Picture a match. For 90 minutes, the pitch is yours. You're seeing more of the ball, creating more chances, pinning your opponent inside their own half. And just when everything feels under control, out of nowhere, one single pass, one run, one goal. And you lose that match. As you walk off the pitch, one question stays in your head. How did we lose this match? That is exactly what it feels like to play against France. Everyone calls them a scary team, but most people say it for the wrong reason. Because what truly makes France dangerous is not the stars they have, and the real reason is far more unsettling than you think. Let's think about it. You look at the team, you count the names, Mbappe, Dembélé, a whole wave of young talent coming through, and you say, well, of course they're scary. But that's too easy an answer, because every big team has star players. Brazil have them, England have them too. Talent alone scares no one. And this isn't unique to this tournament either. France have been spreading the same fear for years. So the issue isn't the names. France's real strength is hidden somewhere far more subtle. Now imagine this. France are playing terribly. The midfield has fallen apart. The passes aren't finding their target. The fans are furious and whistling non-stop. You've watched this match many times. You know how it goes. Normally, a favorite falls apart right at this point. The pressure builds. Panic sets in. Heads drop. Just like Germany in that match against Paraguay. But France don't fall apart. They struggled in their Paraguay match too, but they didn't give up, and they won. The match ends. You look at the scoreline, and France have won again. The football they played wasn't pretty, but the result was theirs once more. That's their real weapon. They can win even on the days they play badly. Most teams have to play well to win. France don't. And this is no accident. There's a very clear reason for it. So what is that reason? In tournament football, the real thing isn't playing brilliantly in every match. It's being able to survive even on your worst day. And that's not something money can buy. Gather as many stars as you want. There will always be teams that melt away at the first sign of trouble. Think about it. How many big teams went into a tournament as favorites and crumbled under the first real pressure? France aren't on that list, because they have a coldness that doesn't panic even when they're losing. They know how to manage pain. This isn't something you teach on a tactics board. This is something that lives in the mind, and most opponents are experiencing it for the very first time. Now let's get to the real problem. Normally, to beat a team, being better than them is enough. Against France, that isn't enough. You can dominate them for 90 minutes. Every stat can be in your favor, and you can still lose, because what you need is a whole 90 minutes. What they need is just 1 second, one pass, one gap, and Mbappe is already in behind you. Until that second, the match is level. After that second, everything is over. In that 1 second, you can lose not just the match, but your entire tournament. And on top of that, they have 5 or 6 different players who can create that single moment. You stop one, another one punishes you. This is the equation their opponents can never quite solve. And here's the scariest part. Opponents know this before the match even starts. That fear can be felt from the stands before the first whistle blows. That's why teams that step onto the pitch against France often play not to win, but to avoid losing. And that mindset is the trap itself. The more you sit back and try to survive, the deeper you invite that one moment in. Fear makes you passive. Passivity gives France space. And space is all a team like this has ever needed. Now let's go back to the very beginning. Why are France so scary? Not because of the stars. It's because to beat them, you can't afford to make a single mistake. But in football, everyone, sooner or later, makes a mistake. You have to play flawlessly for 90 minutes. They only have to catch the right moment once. And France are the best in the world at waiting for that one mistake. That is the true meaning of the word scary. They aren't a bad team. They're an unforgiving team. And in a tournament, there is nothing more dangerous than an unforgiving opponent. So what do you think? Is there a team at this World Cup that can actually stop France? If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. The next one is going to be even better.